wholeness and bliss. Welcome back again to a spiritual joint, your gathering for all things spiritual, where like minds come together to discuss life and spirit, because spirit is life. So, I was having a conversation actually today, and we were talking about the social realities of how they are trying to make us fit in these little bitty boxes and these little itty bitty spaces, and just have us focus on only one aspect of our being. But it's like even if you are like excellent, expert, top of your game in whatever it is, that is not your only facet. We are multi-dimensional, multi-talented, multi-aspectational, we shall say. So it's not just one thing that we can do. We can do many things. We're capable of doing many things. And in this conversation we're having, I was just saying, it's a travesty that we are being attempted to lock us down into just one thing, and focusing on that one thing can make us neglect the other things that we are, make us only focus on that one thing. The big thing in business realms, realities that tends to be the focus right now is, oh my gosh, you have to have a niche. If you don't have a niche, you're gonna fail, because you have to be able to connect to your people, and if you don't niche, like, oh my God, it's just insanity. Don't have to niche, because like in the example I gave today, okay, if you play baseball or softball, then you are connected with the team, and you and the team share these realities, share these experiences and these memories. But then say on the weekend, you like to go out and you like to go listen to jazz. Now everybody on the softball team may not listen to jazz, but you like jazz. But some people on the softball team might listen to jazz. So then you have jazz and softball in common with these people. But you have softball, baseball, and then you have jazz. So you don't have to just stick into the softball realm, because you also like jazz. But then you also might like anime. So you got softball, you got jazz, you got anime. Why are they attempting to make us stay in these little boxes when you might be a triangle? You might be a dodecahedron. You might be a pentagram. I mean, we are multifaceted. There are many things that we can do, and it's attempting to limit us, to take away the fact that we have the capacity to do more than one thing. And it's a shame, because we should be able to express ourselves in these different outlets. We shouldn't have to be, okay, I'm just a softball player, I'm just a baseball player, or I just listen to jazz. We are more than just one thing. We have the capacity to do more than one thing. Now, you might not be able to do softball, baseball, and jazz and draw anime all at the same time, but you are skilled, or at least interested in these things, and we should be able to do that. And in line with that, the ability, the capacity that we should have to express these things, we should be able to do that. And being able to connect with your jazz, your softball, your anime, and whatever else you do, the capacity that we have to connect with all of these things is what makes you you. Because even if you have an identical twin, there will never be another you. There will never be another twin. Even though you are twins and you share different things, you have a lot of things in common. But some of you who might know twins, you know that many twins are very, very, very different, even though they have so much in common, So a lot of times one twin is introverted, but then sometimes, they are just almost exactly alike, and it's hard to differentiate, but sometimes they're not. But we should be respected, loved, have compassion held for us because of the different things that we are. I mean, you may not like things, but if you are able to do these things, then that is your gift, that is your talent, that is your superpower, shall we say, to be able to do all of these different things. And the ability of us as spiritual beings on this plane, we should be allowed to do that. So that is what I wanted to share today, the fact that it is of our utmost it is extremely important that we are able to connect with all aspects of ourselves, because a lot of times when we suppress, repress, depress many of these things, it causes us to lock ourselves into these little spaces. And we need to be able to grow, we need to be able to experience, we need to be able to touch and reach out, we need to be able to connect with our softball people, we need to be able to connect with our anime people, we need to be able to connect with our jazz people. And you might have different people in those groups, but then some of those people might, be in the center of the in the subset where all of these things meet. So there may be some people who have all these things in common, but we should be able to, in and of ourselves, to be able to connect with all aspects of ourselves and not limit ourselves to one thing and one thing only, or two things only. There's so many things that we can do, so many things that we are, what we can be, because we are spirits living this being life, and we need to be able to be all that we can be. So, and that's what we have for today. We will be back again and bring some other topics for you. Anybody that feels this, anybody that resonates, drop us a comment, drop us a line. Just even, just let us know how you're doing, and we will talk to you later. Peace.